In today's video, we take going wide to a whole new level. But, you know, anytime we play tokens here on this channel, that kind of seems to be the case. Today, we're talking about SELESNYA tokens. Cue the intro. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. We have an absolutely amazing list for you guys today. It's a SELESNYA counter list. It goes so extremely wide, it's gonna blow your mind. And there are some really cool new cards from Innistrad that you might not have expected to be in this deck. So I've got a lot of explaining to do. But before I dive in and start that process, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I just ask if you take one moment to do so. It's a free way to help support the channel, and I'd really appreciate it. If you hit that little notification bell, you'll also be notified whenever we post a video, which is 3 times a week typically. But right now we're doing daily content for the first week of Innistrad. So hit that bell so you don't miss out. All right, I guess we'll kick it off with the centerpiece, right? The centerpiece of the deck, Battle of Betrogard. This card, you guys have probably seen this, especially on my channel before. It's a token machine, man. It gets you 2 tokens on the first 2 sagas, and then on the last saga, the real kicker, the 3rd saga, you're going to be able to copy every single token on your field once per type of token, right? So if you got a human warrior, an elf, which it already generates, you get I've got tokens that generate cats, tokens that generate, you know, wolves, other humans. There are things that we can copy with this, and it can get extremely crazy. We've got angel tokens. There's every kind of token we can copy. So this is a very good centerpiece for the deck. I'll start from the top though. We're kicking it off with 4 veterans. This veteran right here is so clutch for this deck, and I added it late to the deck because after playtesting this, I still realized mono white, mono red, you're not going to beat them in speed. It's just not going to happen. They're already such fine-tuned aggro decks that they can get underneath you before you can get anything going. So the veteran puts a stop to all of that. If you get the veteran down on the field, we're going to be generating upwards to, you know, 5 to 10 creatures on one turn on the battlefield sometimes. Obviously that's on the high end, but you can gain that much life per turn if you have a veteran on the field, because every time something enters the battlefield, we gain a life. Typically we see this a lot in 2-drops like the Innkeeper, you know, the Orator, but having it in a 1-drop form and you're able to bring it back with Disturbed is fantastic. And the Disturbed version of this card, the Phantom, says whenever creatures die, you gain life. So very good 1-drop to kick things off, keeps you alive, keeps you going while you're trying to set up your board state. Then we also got the Usher the Fallen. Not only does it, you know, do a lot of the same as the veteran as far as getting it down early, allowing you time to build your board state while you have a body on the field. If you have nothing else to do with your mana, you can be boasting this thing, creating tokens, and dealing damage. So it's really good. Helps us with our token, you know, our token race early on. And then we have a lot of 2-drops here to talk about. We've got the Ranger class, a full set of this. We're generating the Wolves, obviously, with the token. And we're also investing 2 mana into this to get all of our creatures a pump early on into the game if we don't have any other things to do with our mana. So this is a very good card for the deck. It also generates a pretty unique token that we can copy later. And then here are some new cards. We've got Join the Dance. It's a sorcery that allows us to basically just create 2 1/1 humans. Now what's great about this is if you notice, the human warrior token is different from a human token. They're totally separate tokens. So if you have to copy with the Battle of Betrogard, you get you get to copy this human as well. It's a different style of token, so you get to copy it, and it generates us 2 creatures for 2 mana, which is fantastic when you're talking about gaining life and things like that. And it also has a flashback mechanic, so that's really cool too. Here's the card that some people might have missed as being good for this list. This card is so good for the list. We have a 4-play set of Rite of Harmony. It says whenever an enchantment enters, or a creature or enchantment enters the battlefield under your control this turn, draw a card. What did I just say previously? We're going to be dropping 5 to 10 sometimes creatures on the battlefield at once. You're going to see we're able to generate so much card draw with this card. It's insane. Let me paint a really good picture for you guys. So Battle of Betrogard gets played on turn 3. When it gets to that 3rd saga, if you put a stop on your upkeep before you're able to copy every single one of those tokens, let's say we have 4 tokens being conservative, we get to that 3rd saga, we put a stop on the upkeep, we play the Harmony to start our turn off before we even draw a card, and now this triggers, we copy all of those tokens. We just drew that many cards. For 2 mana, we could draw upwards, like I said, to 5, 6 cards a turn. It is crazy. This card works so well. And we have other ways that we're generating tokens pretty much for free on turns, like a Seeker's Chariot and like a new card, Adeline, that we're about to talk about. So this card is really good for this deck. It keeps the engine flowing. That brings us to Adeline, the 3-drop. Absolutely love this card. I put it in my mono white deck recently. It's so good. It's vigilance with 4 toughness, already amazing. And when it attacks, or any other creature you have attacks, it's going to generate an attacking human 1/1 token. So it's going to generate us tokens, which is fantastic, but it's also going to create, you know, endless value over and over. Unless they kill the Adeline, we're just going to keep creating tokens every single turn, triggering the veteran, giving us things to copy. Every time we attack, we draw cards with the harmony. The synergies on this list just keep going and going. And on the top end, like I said, we have a Seek's Chariot, no brainer. We could crew this, make some more copies of tokens, make some more card draws, make some more life gain. And then on the top end, we have Starnheim Unleashed. In case we go against some angel lists, you're going to want to have some flyers here to block with. And they're really great to play into the turn before you hit your Betrogard, so you can copy angel tokens. You can copy them with the Seek's Chariot and crew in at the same turn. It's fantastic. And then, of course, we have 3 Felidar Retreats. This is going to be the nail in the coffin. We're going to play a Felidar Retreat, start dropping lands, start putting +1/1 counters across the board on all of our creatures, and it's going to be a wrap from there, guys. That is going to do it for the breakdown, guys. This is how the deck works. Enjoy the gameplay footage because we were able to do almost all of these things today in this video, so be sure to watch this all the way through and enjoy, and we'll see you guys back here at the end for some final thoughts. Peace. All right, we got a wild one for you guys today, man. Here we go. Here we go. I'm so excited about this one. I already play tested it a little bit. Oh, Tom with the subscriber. Thank you so much for that subscription, Tom. I always forget that's on when I'm recording, and it always surprises me. Ooh. And I don't want to turn it off, because if I turn it off, I will absolutely forget to turn it back on for the stream, and then I'm going to look silly if somebody does something cool and they don't get their, you know, notification. Anyways, this deck is sick, guys. This deck is so sweet. It does some really cool things. I can't wait to try some of these new cards. We have the Usher into a turn 2 Harmony, but obviously Harmony no good on turn 2. We're going to need it for after the battle Betrogard goes off finally. So we can keep this hand still though, because we have the Usher. Going second kind of scares me here, but should be okay. Usher down. Then of the Bugbear. It's going to be something aggressive maybe. Let's see. Okay, it's Gruul, so you would think it was aggressive, but this is an easy foretell for me here with the Starnheim. It's actually a really good top deck. Gives me something to do with my mana. I could have boasted with the Usher of the Fallen as well, but I think getting the Starnheim over here into the Foretold slot is really good. That's tough, because this right here is going to draw them cards when they attack. We need to play something, and if I attack in with this, okay, so unfortunately the Cathar is not the play at the moment. We're gonna have to go for the Battle of the Betrogard. I am thinking I'm gonna block here with the Usher the Fallen this turn. I think the line I'm gonna take here is Tovolar's definitely going to attack, right? So I don't want to lose my tokens because I want them to copy. So I am gonna block though, I think just with the Usher the Fallen. Even better, they were scared of the double block, so they didn't even attack. That makes my life so much easier, honestly. All right, so this is always a tricky turn 4 for me if I have a Seek's Chariot and a Starnheim Foretold with this battle out here. But I think the right play, and I've went through this a couple times, I think the right play is the Seek's Chariot, because we can copy the Starnheim Angels the moment they come in the following turn, right? So let's go Seek's Chariot here. We get 2 cats. Say go, and next turn we get to copy all of these, so we're gonna put a stop here right on our upkeep, and the reason we're doing that is because we have the Rite of Harmony. It's gonna draw us a lot of cards. This is how the Rite of Harmony works. It's really cool. All right, so we're free to block actually with the 1 cat here. Actually, you know, I'm gonna block with the Usher. I'll definitely make that trade, and I'll throw 1 more cat in front of it just in case there's some trickery, in case they pump it up somehow, or all right, they decide to take the Usher out instead, which is great. It's the card I wanted them to take out. All right, and in case any of you guys are confused why we had the upkeep and I didn't explain it right, it's because the battle is going to go on to its 3rd saga here, and we're going to draw a bunch of cards if we play the Rite of Harmony first, because we're going to trigger it 1, 2, 3 copies of creatures. So we're going to be able to draw 3 cards off of it. That's not even including the fact that we should be able to play a Starnheim Unleashed Angel as well. So we should get 4 cards off of this Harmony for 2 mana. It's pretty busted. Playing against a Ren and 7. Might be the first time I've seen this card. Here we go. Harmony out on the upkeep. Three copies. Boom. 3 cards. Alright, and then we get a Starnheim Unleashed out here. Got some really good cards in hand now. Starnheim for 1. And the Angel does have Summoning Sickness, so we can crew with the Angel. Boom. We'll come in here. Let's put some pressure on this Ren. Let's put some pressure on the Ren there. Copied the Angel, got another card draw thanks to the Rite of Harmony. You guys see how much card draw? Like, do you see how much card draw this deck generates with just 1 Rite of Harmony? Jeez, man, that's so busted. If the curve goes right, it's so good. GG. Holy cow, guys. Talk about a good first game to showcase the deck. And the deck did everything it was supposed to do. It worked out really well. I think we were on the draw too, man, and it still came out hot. That was nice. That was really good. If we get on a play, man, this deck is so hard to beat. All right, we are on the play. In fact, we don't have any turn 1 stuff though, or turn 2. I'm gonna keep it still because I really want to get the Adeline out. I think that'd be a lot of fun if you guys can get a chance to see this card in action. It is so good. I love this card so much. I put it in my mono white list too. Mono white is broken right now. It's kind of my try hard list right now because of the new cards like Adeline that I got. It is really good. And the adversary that they got too, the white adversary. Oh my goodness. All right, they're going to dig here. So basically we have to get them dead before they can get off the demon. The Skyclave demon. That thing is going to one-shot me to death. So we got to get them dead before they can cast it, because it doesn't matter if we stop the cast or whatever we do. It's going to do its thing. All right, here's where things get weird. I think what I'm actually going to do, this might seem crazy, but I'm going to do the Angel first. I think the Angel has priority here. It offers the most damage. It has vigilance. I think it's the play. And I'm wanting to get a Seeker's Chariot out on curve 2, and we can start copying some Angels, hopefully. Obviously, I know Seeker's Chariot comes in with Summoning Sickness, so it'd be a turn or 2, but see, the Angel can go over the top of things like that, so that's really nice. All right, let's get the Chariot down. And then next turn we can consider even playing the Rite of Harmony, because we can get some cards off of it, pretty significant amount too, at least 2. At least 2 for 2, because we could play the Ranger class and crew the Seeker's Chariot, creating an Angel. So that's 2 right there. So we might actually be able to pull that off. We can give it a try next turn. We'll put the upkeep stop on and see what we want to do. So always make sure you put that upkeep stop on, because that's typically where you're going to be playing the Harmony, is on your upkeep before a draw. So you want to make sure you're on top of that. If you miss that, can miss out on a lot of card draw, especially if the battle is out there. All right, I am obviously afraid pretty bad of removal. Our opponent here is running a snow mana deck, which means blood in the snow is a thing. On top of that, they're running colors with black. Black typically means removal. It's a Mardu list, and it looks like it might, if it's Mardu, I'm guessing it's Mardu Sacrifice. They obviously are running Deadly Disputes and Ghasts, but we got to look out for the Blood Avatar. I'm not too afraid of that kind of stuff though. Really, the only thing that scares me is that one-shot kill. Blood in the Snow I'm afraid of, I can't lie. Blood in the Snow is pretty good, and they already have enough to cast it, which is crazy. So maybe we don't really want to commit more to the board. I don't know. Actually, I'm drawing a bunch of cards next turn, so maybe I do not mind committing to the board. Yeah, we'll still commit. I think we can commit to the board here still. Because even if they blow it up, like I said, if I can get a good turn with the Harmony off, we're going to be in really good shape. Are they going to offer trades here with the Angel? They might. They might offer up some trades here. I would expect them to because they want to get the treasure, right? So they might. They hold it for blocks. Interesting. All right, well, they're not going to like my next play then. Because I have Kahira takedown. So maybe now that I have to play the takedown, maybe I don't want to play the Harmony just yet. I'm not going to play the Harmony. Not this turn. Because I have to play the takedown, which costs 2 mana. And if I do that, it eats up my ability to play this, which is a problem. So we'll go here instead. We'll play the Adeline, which comes in and it will be big enough to crew, I think. Wait, 3. Adeline's power is equal to the number of creatures you control. 3, yeah, so it'll be a 4 power. Okay, I was making sure that this could crew my Seek's Chariot. And it sure can. Alright, and then we could hear a takedown. And we do this pre-combat, obviously, because we want to make sure that we get the damage through. Kind of a bad turn for us to have to take, though. That Goldspan definitely did its job in the fact that it made me play outside of the line that I would like to have taken. Because, again, if our opponent here casts a Blood in the Snow, we're in a lot of trouble. And I didn't want to commit this much to the board and not have a lot of card draw going off this turn. So we have not as many cards in hand. Not as many as I would like anymore. So refueling the board is going to be kind of hard. Well, if they can't sweep, though, we're in really good shape. It's a sweeper or nothing at this point, but if they sweep it, they actually they can't even get their Goldspan back. They don't have enough snow mana, so they can only get back a Ghast. I'm gonna put a stop here. I might just do the Rite of Harmony, even though we're gonna get maybe 1 card off of it. It might be worth playing because it's got flashback as well, and we're at the point where we actually might be able to flash it back for, and you know, we got 5 mana already. So if it's taking them this long to decide, I'm definitely thinking that they don't have it, and we're probably gonna win the game, unless they're really slow rolling this Blood in the Snow. It would be a no-brainer to cast, but all right, well, we're playing this. First we crew. I'm really scared. They're holding priority right now. I have no idea what this priority can mean. I know there's no sweepers at instant speed, so I don't know what's up right now, but okay, they're sacking a treasure. All right, there goes their priority hold. All right, that's over. GG's. Good game, my friend. Good game, and we are about to start drawing some serious cards. Because we're getting a creature every time Adeline triggers a 1/1 human. We're getting the Seek's Chariot. We're getting a Ranger class. We're drawing so many cards. And we get a Betrogard on top of it. Things are about to get really ugly for our friend there. Good game. Deck's looking pretty powerful, I can't lie. I'm getting pretty excited. This one might be pretty good. Another Renin 7 skin. We're probably gonna see a new deck. Anytime we see new avatar skins like that, I always expect kind of a new deck coming down. This is so weird having 2 green. All right, well, we're gonna lose this one, unfortunately. All right, this is a keep. Drop the things that cost way too much. We have card draw, so I guess that's the way to go. We don't have a turn 2 play here, right? So I mean, I might as well. We might top deck another land, so let's get out on curve. See if we can't start spitting out some copies of the Human Warriors. Even though we get a Human Warrior from here, not super helpful as far as copying goes, but it's good enough. Okay. Blue, black. Sweepers are definitely a thing we might have to worry about, but I don't think I have the luxury here to worry about it. Okay, so they're definitely going to be playing the new opt card, where they get to put something in the graveyard. They're holding priority with just 1 blue mana. So there it is. Consider. That's the card I meant. Putting a card in the graveyard, drawing a card. So they're going to be a control style deck. I don't know. I guess I just don't want to see white mana for Doomscars and things like that, but black mana is scary enough in its own because there are so many sweepers in black now. There's like Crippling Fear. They're not running snow mana, so we know Blend the Snow's out, but they got Shadow's Verdict. Wow, they're playing discard. Guys, we had a mulligan twice and our opponent's playing discard. And if they take my Harmony, it actually exiles with this card. It doesn't actually go to the graveyard. Holy cow. We're in trouble, my friends. I mean, let's just hope the ushers can get the job done. They do have to take their attention off of discarding my hand here to focus on the board state, because they're going to die if they don't. I'm just going to keep playing what hits my hand. That's all I can really do. That's actually not good, huh? The Stitcher is just big enough to really annoy me. Okay, that's fine. Actually, do I do it though? And then I can still get 3 damage through, and then next turn we get 1. No, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it, unfortunately. I guess the Stitcher takes care of the board, huh? Fair enough. I do love the Stitcher. It's the first deck I made. If you guys haven't seen my Stitcher build, it's really fun and could use some tuning up, but yeah, if you like it, man, feel free to give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. I don't know what to do here, if I'm being completely honest. I think we just offer them a trade for 1 here. They don't take it. Okay. Oh, okay, I'll take that. I totally expected them to trade that with the Sedgemoor Witch, but it looks like they're going really hard in the paint on trying to get those 1/1 pests. That's fair enough. They have the blood. Okay, Blood Chief's Thirst. It's good enough. I don't think we really even had a shot here, guys, if I'm being completely honest. We had a mulligan twice and then immediately got discarded. So that feels pretty bad. Feels pretty bad. We have 2 lands still. We're still sitting on just 2 lands. Oh, brother. All right, this might help. We'll see. You never know. You never know. Maybe we just play the long game. Maybe we sit here, we wait, we play the long game. Who knows? We might be able to pull this off. But now the Stitcher is the artifact, and things just got a lot harder. Things just got a lot harder. I think I'm gonna have to take it, unfortunately. Do I go for card draw here? No, not this turn, not this turn. Next turn, next turn. Next turn, we'll get some card draw. All right, so what's nice though is our Adeline will come in and they'll have at least 4 toughness, so we can actually put a body in front of some of this stuff. So that's not too bad. All right, and we could send in 1 human to create another style of human, because this one creates humans that are different that we can copy, but then we'd end up with the same amount of tokens that we have now. But it would trigger 1 extra card draw with this. I think it's worth it. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just I'm basically switching out tokens here. So we're sending in this human because it's a human warrior token. This is just a plain human token. So, oh, they're gonna block the human too. I forgot the human comes in attacking. That's my bad. That's my bad. I forgot the human comes down attacking. That's unfortunate. That's okay though. Put a stop on our turn. Upkeep. We're gonna draw 2 cards with the Rite of Harmony. My idea and thinking behind that was that I was going to send in that human to generate another human, and then I can get 3 copies instead of 2 next turn, creating 1 extra card draw with the Harmony. But I forgot it sends the human in attacking, so it's a little bit of a want moment, you know. All right, they have 1 mana left over, and of course it's a Blood Chief's Thirst. Yeah, I didn't think we had a shot at that. Unfortunately, that was never going to be our victory. That was never gonna be our victory from the beginning. That was, the double mulligans totally killed us. All right, hopefully we get to go first again, because that one was a complete and utter disaster. I hate when we get to go first, right? And you're going first, and then that happens to you, because typically when you're going first, it's like, man, this is your time to get a free win here, you know? All right, let's see. What do we got? Much better hand. Okay, this can work. This can work. Anytime we have the veteran early on, obviously as a 1-drop, it's really good, especially with this deck, because you guys obviously, I'm sure, can already tell that once we get the veteran down, when we start populating all these tokens like as fast as we do, it's just massive life gain. Opponent's still figuring out if they want a mulligan or not. I feel you. I feel you. Love the new background here, the new arena map here. This is pretty sweet. I just can't wait till October, man, and then things start to cool off and we start to look towards Halloween. Oh, it's the best, man. It's the best. All right, veteran is down. All right, we're up against mono white, it looks like, potentially. Let's go ahead and get this down quickly. Gain a couple life points here. I think I'm going to offer this trade, actually, because our opponent here is probably going to get the monk to 2 power, and then from there they outvalue us. Plus, if our veteran dies, we have another one, and it can come back from the graveyard. So we got a lot of cool things we can do with it. Interesting. That's something you don't see every day. Gets 1/1, and whenever it leaves the battlefield, create a spirit token with flying. All right. All right. Well, we got ourselves a little bit of a pickle here. I think we go another veteran, because life gain is going to be really huge for this particular game. And we'll hear a takedown. This says whenever you cast your second spell, right? So let's see what our opponent wants to do here. We can allow them to play 1 spell. If they play 1 spell and it's cheap, we're gonna need to play the takedown. That's cheap enough. So now if they go for another spell, it's not one that resolves on the battlefield. It's when they cast it. So they're gonna get the 1/1 counter before I can kill it. So let's do this now. Do it now before it has an opportunity, and then the 1/1 spirit cannot attack this turn, so that feels good. The problem I'm having here, though, is these 1/1 spirits are going to be unblockable for us until we find a Starnheim Unleashed. Flyers are not something we typically want to be going up against. All right, we have the Adeline, though. I think we're going to be all right, man. I think we're going to do okay. We got so much life gain potential here that I think we're going to be okay. How do we want to do this? Do I want to attack and send some stuff in here? We get to create an yeah, actually I do, because we're creating another human, which then generates us 2 more life gain, right? And obviously I know they can stop one of them with the spirit, but we're generating another one anyways. So I think that cycle is good enough. I hope that makes sense, guys. I know I'm not explaining that probably the best way, but I'm sending in the 2 1/1s. I know one of them's going to get killed, right? But we generated another one anyways, so we're gaining life and we're still dealing damage and potentially offering trades to kill some of these flyers. So I like how that goes down. I hope I get a land off the top so I can play Join the Dance here or something really good. Okay, that's good enough, actually. That's good enough because we can do that, and we're gonna draw 2 cards here, right? Kind of a rinse repeat thing here, except we also can swing in with the Adeline, which is a pretty big hitter, right? Look at how many cards we're drawing just off of this little play that we did here, man. Got the Usher the Fallen now. Another card. Look at this synergies, man. The synergies in this deck are wild. There it is. We got the scoop. We're all the way back up to 19 life total thanks to both of those veterans, man. See, the veterans are really good if you get them in the right matchup, like against mono white. Huge, man. Huge. Oh, man. As always, man, I'm hoping you guys are all having a great time out there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate that. Thank you for taking the time. I hope you're enjoying the new deck list, man. Innistrad has been absolutely fire as of late. So this hand, okay. I normally be like, oh, this is a trash hand, right? But the takedowns aren't necessarily lands, so I might want to keep this and use those later as removal because we are going second. We might need that removal. Oh, this is such a scary hand to keep, but I do think it is possible we can make it work. We go second, like I said, so wish me luck. Could regret this. All right, so we're playing blood money. I'm definitely going to regret this. The takedown's not going to be super great here. All right, so removal no good here. If I was up against something else like mono white or whatever, these takedowns would be much better, but we're playing blood money. Blood money's a tricky one. We just draw more of the same. What is up with the shuffler? What is up with the shuffler, my friends? Let's hope we can survive long enough. These eye twitches might even kill us before we get anything going. Hopefully we can top deck like a Battle of Betrogard. That would be phenomenal. Nope, just more land. We have a like a 5 land hand, and we draw 2 more off the top. So, I mean, eventually we got to run into some cards that do stuff, right? We'll see. We'll see. All right, it's a Ghast. So far our opponent doesn't actually have much of a threat going, but I'm sure they kept this hand because one of these is a Deadly Dispute. So I'm sure that's the case. All right, we get ourselves Join the Dance, which is pretty cool, if I'm being completely honest. Pairs well with the Harmony, because it's 2 creatures, right? And we could crew the Chariot, bringing out even another creature, so may want to consider that. All right, here we go. Drop that. Let's drop that. Okay. Don't mind that at all. That'll give me another card draw. That's a perfect draw, actually, because it also is going to gain me back all that life I lost. Let's crew up. Let's crew up here. I'm not going to attack with the cat because then it can give a -1/1 counter on my cat. Actually, I'm actually going to do that. I want them to put the 1/1 counter on my cat because I don't want them to hit that veteran. Let's see what they do. I'm sure they're going to block with the Ghast and then put the -1/1 on the veteran, but you never know. I'm hoping that they blocked the Seeker's Chariot. They're definitely going to take out the veteran. Oh, they didn't take it out. Okay, huge mistake on their part. Unless they're running blood on the snow, then I get it. I mean, obviously we know they're running blood on the snow, but as long as they don't have it in hand, I mean. This is gonna get wild, ladies and gentlemen. Kaya comes down. Okay. Am I scared of Kaya? Not really. The damage has been done, so I mean, your Kaya's dead now too. Why'd they play it that way? I mean, I don't care. Just curious. All right, let's go with the Betrogard. Sure. We're just gonna basically take this turn to set up for a really big card draw turn. We're gonna basically try to draw out our entire deck here. And we're gaining so much life thanks to that veteran, man. The veteran is so MVP. I didn't even realize how MVP it was going to be in this deck. Crazy. What a great one drop. All right, Blood in the Snow, I'm sure is coming down at this turn, right? There's no way it's not. It's got to be. If they don't have it, they're dead. Yeah, there it is. Oh, man, my eyeball. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. Still not fun, but... Did they really just bring back a Shambling Ghast over their Kaya? I guess so they can get that. Okay, I guess that's fine. They're confusing me with their plays, if I'm being completely honest. Let's see. What do we want to do for this play? I could go here, and then I could also pump this. This will give me some more copies too. We refueled our board so fast. Look at that. One turn just refueled our board. We had 2 excess mana. We couldn't play it on anything, so we decided, you know, invest it into the Ranger class, which is why the Ranger class is so good too. If you have nothing to play, you want to use that mana, you can kind of invest it there. Let's put a stop because we have the Betra Guard that's about to go off, and we want to make sure we draw all the cards we can, right? Ooh, they knew which card to hit. I'm impressed. I'm impressed actually with that play. I still think I'm going to put a stop, and I'm still going to do it because we still get a lot of cards here regardless, even if that Betra Guard doesn't go off, because we're going to be casting a lot of creatures this turn, and this Betra Guard is going to go off. So there's a card. Definitely playing that. Definitely playing that. And we'll play this. Do this. Boom. Don't mind if I do, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mind if I do. Oh, what a game. We started out there a little rough with so much mana. We were getting flooded, but man, oh man, did we close it out. All right, this is going to be our last game here. Wish me luck, man. Let's keep this grind going. We are so close, man. We're climbing that diamond ladder. We're trying to hit that mythic. We need to get some mythic decks going for you guys. Showcase some of these bad boys in mythic. Show you guys that, you know, some of these decks can be the real deal if you put your mind to it. All right, what do we got here? Veteran into not much because we don't have any green mana. Gonna have to mulligan that, unfortunately. This is much better. Okay, we can work with this. Gosh, I might regret this so bad, but you know what? I think these 2 cards can populate so many creatures for me, and this can draw me so much cards. So I think it's gonna be okay to play it that way. We're gonna be pretty aggressive here. Up to turn 3, we're gonna be attacking pretty relentlessly. So we'll see if our opponent can answer. Easy boast. Easy boast, and then we got a turn 3 farmland, which is great. Comes in untapped. Love these new dual lands. Love them. All right, Adeline coming down. They have a turn 2 instant speed play here. What's it going to be? Is it going to be a Dragon's Fire potentially? That would kill the Usher. Cinderclasm. Wow. Okay, that's about as perfect of a card as you can have against our deck, huh? Wow. I don't ever see anyone run that card, except for me. Except for me. All right, let's go here and then just swing in. Now we want to play our Ranger class first before we attack because it's only going to make our Adeline even bigger. All right, they divide that back to my hand. Sure. Adeline's going to be a 2 toughness still because it's going to create a 1/1 human. I'm sorry, 2 a power. Perfect. Even with no creatures on the field, Adeline's dealing 3 damage a turn for a 3-drop. No matter what the case, this card is really good. Like, worst case scenario, it's still dealing 3 damage, which is pretty standard. Part of me wants to play this and then go into this, but I have a feeling our opponent here is going to do some trickery nonsense again, some counter spells, maybe some divide actions. So let's just see. Let's just see. They let that through. I should have played the veteran in that case, but I didn't know that was going to get through, to be honest. I thought for sure it would get countered or divided or something. Let's just see what happens here. I'm waiting for something, man. Another Cinderclasm, maybe? Who knows? Yeah, Cinderclasm. Okay, I'm glad I didn't play that. All right, we made the right choice. We made the right choice. All right, I don't expect a third one. Let's go ahead and get this down. They still have instant speed plays. It's going to be that opt card again, isn't it? 1 mana play at blue. Unless they got full control on, but I doubt it. Man, those Cinderclasms were brutal. Like straight brutal. All right, it's kind of awkward now. Keep drawing bad. Keep drawing really bad. I would love to get the Felidar down, but if we don't top deck a land, like, I don't want to play it because I like to play it, then drop the land right away, really catch our opponent off guard. I think we're just gonna pump here. I mean, swing both, right? Might as well. Might as well go both here and see what happens. Here comes our 1/1 attacker as well. I mean, what do they have? This is stressing me out. Obviously, there's Dragon's Fire. There's, you know, they're not running Snowlands, but obviously Frostbite. There's so many things they could be doing that's scaring me, but Dragon's Fire. But what's really good here is the Adeline is 4 toughness, so it's gonna be really hard to kill. You're gonna need that Dragon's Fire with like a gold span in hand. So pretty happy with that. Could have replayed the veteran there, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't know why I didn't play it. I should have played it there. Another Felidar retreat. Oh, unbelievable. Okay, let's go here again. We're just making this 1 green mana work, and we're putting it to work for real. This is tough, man. Am I walking into another Cinderclasm? That's the big question, huh? It would be a third one, so I mean, I guess, like I said, I'm not gonna be too scared and play around it too much, because like I said, the odds of them having 3 is pretty slim, but spread the damage here best we can. Can I just, I've never wanted to top deck land more than when I have a Felidar in hand. Like, where is my land at? Ah, nice move, nice move. I'm still okay with that, I guess. They did gain 3 life off that though, which is kind of rough too. All right, come on, please, just 1 green land off the top of my deck would be so amazing. All of these would get pumped up by 1, and then we'd swing in. They'd have vigilance. Another one would get another 1/1 counter. Like, it would. It's like a flash anthem. It's crazy good. All right, they're getting some land here. They're gaining a little bit of life. And they pass the turn, and we get nothing again. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we're gonna play this then, and we're gonna try to get out this veteran and see what happens. I have a feeling this is gonna get countered or something, or divided. I hope not, but who knows? Who knows? And we lost our Adeline, so we're not getting like crazy extra value here. I'm just trying to top deck a land. That's it. Just trying to get a land here. And we hit it. Okay, and I'm not throwing it down this turn, believe it or not. I'm not, because I want to make sure next turn, if we don't hit a land drop, we get the Felidar down, then we can put the 1/1 counter. Cinderclasm hits for 2, right? So I'm actually going to pump this. That way at least something is going to survive, right? If they end up top decking it. Oh, they on-summon it. Okay, cool. They're running on summons, are they? Okay. Okay. Gosh, if they top deck a 3rd Cinderclasm, they absolutely destroy me. But I got these Felidars now, and they are active. They got some land to back it up, so could refuel the board with some cast if I need to. All right, let's hope this resolves though. They have two cards in hand. that are not lands that we know of. There's the pump. Man, I am so on the edge of my seat right now. What is going on with all this priority hold? What are you holding on to? Divide by 0. Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that all day. All right. GG's. That was a weird thing to divide. You had these creatures out here that were about to run through you. I don't think they did the math there, unfortunately. I wouldn't have either, so GG's, my friend. That's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate that. We're gonna dive in and talk about the list a little bit, but before I do, I just want to say quick thank you to all of you guys who have made it this far into the video. I really do appreciate that. It helps the algorithm out so much when you guys stay this long in the video. It shows that you guys are interested, and the YouTube picks that up and sends it out to more people. So thank you so much for being here and hanging out. All right, the list, guys. I mean, I couldn't be happier with it. I feel like this list is about as fine-tuned as I could possibly make it. I've tried this list a couple of different ways. I've tried so many different experiments with this list. We've tried a couple different things in here, including some of the new cards. I want to actually show you guys some of the new cards that we actually tried in this list, and I'll kind of explain my experiences with it. But this card right here, the Intrepid Adversary, I actually had this in the list for a little while because I thought it would be a really cool surprise anthem. Like, you've got all these tokens out, right? And then we drop an adversary, and then we just pump it like twice on the end game. You can usually close out a game with that. But I found that Felidar is just better. It's just better for that position because it's harder to deal with. And if they kill the adversary, you lose all that anthem that you just pumped into your creatures. So Adversary didn't seem to work out as consistently as I would have liked over the Felidar Retreat. Obviously, it's cheaper too, and it's another body, so I was like, maybe it's better, but I just don't think it is. I think the Felidar Retreat's better because if we blow up the board too, Felidar can also just generate us more cat tokens, cat beast tokens, which is great. So that was something I tried. Another thing I was trying to combat the mono white decks and things that were beating us too fast before we could build a board state was I was running a bunch of Doom Scars because I figured, if we run the Doom Scars in a timely fashion in the right spots, we can kind of rebuild our board later because we just generate so much value. Eventually, we're going to outvalue the mono white. They're going to run out of gas. We're going to keep going, and we're going to be good. But Doomscar was also really inconsistent. You really had to, like, I don't know. It just didn't synergize well with the deck. Sometimes you didn't want to blow up the board, and then you're like, I have to. Otherwise, we're going to get run over, and you don't want to lose that value. So then I decided on the Veteran later. Such a better decision. I think this card was so much better, but those are just some ideas to tell you how I was kind of thinking when I was building the deck. So maybe that'll help you out if you guys have any ideas on how to make this deck better. As always, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on the deck, and I'd really appreciate your feedback. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Before we head out of here, as always, got to give a quick shout out and some love to my Marty Mob. Thank you guys so much for being part of the Marty Mob, man. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I can't thank you enough for everything you do for the channel and all the support you guys give me day in and day out. And if you guys want to learn how to support the channel through the Marty Mob, be sure to hit that join button down below. Hit the link in the description down below. It'll explain all the details to you. You do get exclusive content if you become a Marty Mob member, so be sure to check that out. And we'll catch you guys on the next video, which will be tomorrow. Until next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.